what it actually means to be a man in a world that's lost the answer. This is Mr. Eugene, and today we're going to talk about a question that would have sounded ridiculous just 100 years ago. How do you become a man? For most of human history, that question didn't need asking. The answer was embedded in daily life. Roles were clear, expectations were understood. Masculinity wasn't debated, it was lived. But here we are now, in an era defined by confusion, contradiction, and an identity crisis among men. How we got here is complicated. Cultural shifts, economic changes, the collapse of clear rites of passage, and constant ideological noise have all played a role. But regardless of how we arrived, this is where we are. And today, I want to cut through the confusion. The problem with performative masculinity, if you search the internet for answers to what it means to be a man, you'll find plenty of advice. Most of it looks like a checklist. Grow a beard, lift heavy weights, start a business, hunt, fish, grill meat, drink whiskey, talk sports, learn to fight, seduce women, drive a manual, shoot a gun, build something with your hands. Now, let me be clear. I have no issue with any of these things. Many of them are useful. Many are enjoyable. Some are even character building. But here's the problem. They define masculinity as a performance, a costume, a set of props, a collection of outward behaviors meant to signal status. And performances change with time and place. What counted as masculine in one era looks ridiculous in another. What earns respect in one culture means nothing in the next. That tells us something important. These behaviors are not masculinity itself. They are expressions of masculinity within a specific context. Just like femininity can be performative, so can masculinity. And when men mistake the performance for the essence, they lose the plot. Why masculinity isn't about looks or occupation, let me offer myself as an example. I don't work with my hands for a living. I've never played football. I don't hunt. I don't fit the stereotypical image most people associate with manly men. And yet, I have no confusion about my masculinity. Why? Because being a man has very little to do with how you look or what you do. It has everything to do with who you are when it costs you something. So let me simplify this in a way that most men instinctively understand. To be a man, you need two things. That's it. You need 1, a spine, 2, and a pair of balls, not literally. Every human has a spine and every male has anatomy. I'm speaking figuratively, simple, but not easy. What it means to have a spine allows you to stand upright, and figuratively, a spine allows you to stand for something. To have a spine means you know what you believe, you know what you value, you know where you draw the line, and you're willing to stand there. This is harder than it sounds, because most men don't actually know what they believe. Their minds are cluttered with opinions inherited from parents, peers, media, teachers, and culture, much of it contradictory, much of it nonsense. It takes years of honest self-examination to figure out what is actually true for you. Young men get some grace here. They're still sorting signal from noise. But I regularly meet older men with careers, families, and responsibilities, who still don't know who they are. And if you don't know who you are, how can you stand up for anything? Standing up comes with a cost. Here's the part most people leave out. The moment you stand upright, you cast a shadow. That shadow represents opposition. As soon as you make it known what you believe, who you are, some people will disagree with you. Some will disapprove. Some will resent you. Some will actively try to tear you down. And the taller you stand, the larger the shadow becomes. This is the risk of having a spine. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The alternative is worse. A spineless life may feel safer, but it's hollow. You drift. You adapt endlessly. You never fully respect yourself. And eventually, no one else does either. Why a spine isn't enough? Now here's where many men get stuck. Some men do know who they are. They know what they believe. They have values, but they never act on them. Why? Because standing up isn't just about clarity. It's about risk. This is where the second requirement comes in. What it means to have balls. Having balls means you're willing to pay the price for being who you are. It means you don't need approval to act. You don't negotiate your values for comfort. You're willing to lose relationships, status, money, or opportunities if they violate your core principles. This is where masculinity becomes real, because belief without action is just decoration. If you have a spine but no balls, you live a hidden life. You stay silent to keep the peace. You compromise yourself to avoid discomfort. And over time, that quiet self-betrayal eats at you. Why respect works the way it does. Here's something most men learn the hard way. You cannot force anyone to respect you, but you can dramatically increase the probability that they will. Men and women alike respect those who hold their ground, accept consequences, don't chase approval. Paradoxically, we're drawn to people who don't need us to like them, and we lose respect for those who bend themselves trying to be liked. This isn't cruelty. It's human psychology, the final definition. So let's strip this all the way down. If you know who you are, know what you believe, are willing to stand up for it, and accept the risks that come with it, then congratulations. You are a man. You don't need a beard. You don't need trophies. You don't need to perform masculinity for an audience. And if you have all the external symbols but lack a spine and courage, then none of it matters. Masculinity is not about image. It's about integrity under pressure. Final thoughts. This isn't about nostalgia. It's not about rejecting modern life. And it's certainly not about attacking anyone. It's about clarity. A man is someone who stands upright in the world, knowing who he is, and willing to accept the cost of being that man. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. Does this align with your own experience? And if you found value here, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it, because clarity shared is clarity multiplied. I'll see you in the next Soft Truth.